hold on. Oh.
How you doing, folks? In today's video, you are going to learn how to cook 3 dishes. Your first dish will be beef endive with carpaccio in balsamic. I know you're going to correct me, okay? Okay. The second dish is whole seafood bass in quinoa, tomatoes, and oregano. And the third dish is persimmon with cinnamon and rosemary. Hi guys, I'm Bill, and this is BCTV, and I'm here to help you get a fitter, better, and more beautiful body. And we are dining with Diego, and Diego is right over here. How you doing? Say hello,
hey,
Diego.
Ciao. Hi, everybody. I'm Diego the cook. His accent is quite funny, I must say. But at the end of the day, it's a very simple things. We're going to have a beef tenderloin. We do a simple carpaccio Italian way. And we do a little bit of twist, just carpaccio and salad. Then the sea bass, fresh, just take it this morning from the market. We have a little bit of things what we find inside on the market. We just cook all together. And the persimmon as a dessert. And here we are. So basically, we're gonna start. The first one we're gonna start to do is the endive, which we found everywhere in the market. The beauty of the endive, they are bitter, and yet is a salad at the same time. And then we're having the beef tenderloin, which is we do a carpaccio style. So what we're gonna do is...
Before you do that, Diego, because that looks beautiful. Randy, can you just turn around and just click on your screen there, because I don't see that we're moving. It's okay, it's live. I just want to make sure we look beautiful.
So I want to make sure if I cut my finger,
we need that. If you cut your finger, we need that for footage, because that'll be like top news. Oh, there we go. Here we go.
Okay. Finally, a chef cut his finger.
Exactly.
Okay, it's fair enough.
We're good. Okay. All right. So go ahead. Carry on.
This is the first one. Is quite easy. As all the dishes, you can always prepare before. So this is the endive. Basically, what I'm gonna do, I just divide.
Yeah. So Diego, do they call this something else? Because when I was saying beef endive, I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know what an endive was. I thought it was like you dive off the end of the pool or something.
Yeah, we can try this later if you like. But this basically endive is a salad. It's a salad. The beauty is this way. So normally people, you can do a finger food. You can put something and you can eat like that around the pool, as we are today. Right? You just put something, but it's basically a salad. It's a hard salad. It's bitter, a lot of water inside, and it's a very firm, very crunchy and firm. This is the beauty of this particular salad vegetable at the end of the day.
So with endive, Diego, what's the difference? Because you said it's very bitter. So why do we want to use something that's bitter compared to like maybe cabbage or lettuce or something like that with what you're making?
Because as I said already the pasta, the other time is bitter. We must have a bitterness because no matter how it's part of any ingredient. So in the tenderloin, which is basically is raw, is naturally sweet. Because a little bit of fat, and then there's a very lean meat. So the meat actually is always very, very sweet, natural sweet.
And what kind of beef are you using here?
Right now, this is Australian organic beef tenderloin. What we have in the menu right now.
Okay. Now, last time, remember, you were talking about how you were using the beef from the back. So this tenderloin, where does this come from on the cow?
Same.
Oh, same place.
It's the tenderloin.
Oh, it's
this part.
Okay.
Here. With this, I don't know how you call it, these two muscles, which are very strong here.
Right.
For in the human, because we move it up and down.
Okay.
So in the cow, because they are on 4 legs.
Okay.
So they basically don't move. So
this is the same type of tenderloin that we used last time.
Exactly the same.
Okay. Yes. But you're cutting it much thinner this time, I noticed. Why is that?
Oh, because it's a carpaccio. Carpaccio is very typical Italian, so it's very thin. Normally, what they do, people, they frozen, they cut very tiny. But I want to use a real tenderloin and carpaccio. So. And basically, it's very soft, and you can really flatten up as you want. It's very, I would say, malleable. Sorry for my English.
It's okay, man.
Then I'm gonna start. So basically, what they're gonna do, I try to recompose again the endive. So I take the beef. I just go around this way, and then you take another endive, and you going all around.
Oh my goodness, that's
so
fascinating.
this you can preparing the day before. So you recompose, basically.
So Diego, when you prepare this the day before, do you set this in the refrigerator? Do you put it in the
It must be in the refrigerator.
And when it's in the refrigerator, does it matter whether or not we're using like Tupperware or whether or not we wrap it in saran wrap?
I'm gonna show you at the end how to. So, and then here we are, then you see it's very firm. You try to be everywhere.
And how many times are you wrapping the endive around this?
It's up to, more you become bigger, more will be difficult to cut later.
Ah, okay.
It's up to you. If it's a finger food, basically it's just 1 or 2, you just put inside like that, you condiment and just eat. If you like as a finger food around the pool. If it's not, 2 or 3 times. We're gonna do maybe 4 times because you need a lot for your muscle.
The muscle to eat the muscle. Folks, if you're just now tuning in, Diego is preparing the beef endive carpaccio,
which is very typical Italian dish, very traditional.
And you want to stand by because we're making 3 dishes today, and at the end of that, we're going to be giving you an opportunity to win a 5-course meal prepared solely by Diego, and that's with a lucky draw. Okay, so we have 1 more week before that. So let's get back to Diego's cooking here.
So basically, when you do that, we recompose the endive.
Oh, so you're using the whole thing?
Yeah, basically use the
whole
thing.
Okay.
So you can keep going, but then it will be quite difficult.
So you're layering it like that. That's fascinating.
And that's all. Basically, as many you want, you put that.
Oh my
You can
goodness.
do actually, if you don't want to do with the beef, you can do with the smoked salmon. You have a smoked salmon at home. Yes, it's exactly the same. Oh,
oops.
Et voilà.
But what's the difference? What's the difference between using beef and smoked salmon?
One is fish, one is beef.
I deserve that one. I deserve that one. Okay, now, Diego, I have a question for you right now, because are we going to be using some more beef later on, or is that it? This is all the beef we're going to be using, right?
You want to eat more beef?
Well,
is a question?
No, because I just saw you unfortunately, you dropped the beef on the ground.
No, this one, no more.
Okay, so folks, I just want you to make sure. But we're not supposed to say stuff like that on TV.
Yeah, it's okay.
I needed to say that because I know I'm going to be tasting it and I don't want to die.
It happened. So what to do? No choice.
Okay, got it. But we're not using that on the ground. We're only using this stuff, right?
No, I'm using this one. Don't worry.
Okay. But you know, it's okay because I can take the one that you dropped. If you're not guys, I'll take it home with me.
Don't worry. I don't care. I eat everything.
Okay, so do I. I'm sorry.
So this is how to.
Let's be serious.
We are very serious. Okay. So how to preserve the endive? We say, as he said,
okay.
We just wrap it up, firmly wrap.
Oh, okay.
You see, firmly wrap. And be careful. If you press too much, you go out of this way.
Okay.
So just simply do like that.
And so this is just regular saran wrap or plastic wrap, right?
That's all. And basically, we put in the fridge.
Is it better to actually prepare it the day before? Does it do anything to the flavor, or does it matter?
If you do it's better the day before.
Okay.
It's better. If you do the day before, of course the flavor they combine together. I didn't put any salt, anything.
Okay.
Because if you put salt with the beef or whatever in time, you'll be gonna lose the water, the condiment will be no good. So that's why this you can prepare the day before. Basically.
Okay.
And you put in the fridge. And we're gonna come back later when we have a little bit more time.
Got it. Cool.
Now we're gonna start the difficult one. It's not difficult, but yeah, it's difficult.
That looked pretty difficult to me there. I mean, the endive, you make it look so smooth and so easy.
Now, I'm so sorry. I really forgot.
What?
No, it's all the time I forgot things because I need your help.
Okay. Again, I got.
You don't want?
No,
I change it for you. This is the new one.
I know. Why the flowers? How come I don't get the one from before? What's the difference?
Because today is flower day.
Okay.
Okay, I give you the presents. Okay.
No. This is you gave me no because you know the art. So if I'm supposed to wear the flowers, I wear the flowers.
Yeah, this is that.
I totally get it. So that's good. That's good. Actually, it looks quite nice. Actually.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Now I remembered your lesson from last week. I don't need to tie it, right?
No, leave it like that. It's okay. No need.
Great. Oh, this is brilliant.
Okay, so I don't want you alone.
Got it. Thank you. So, folks, I'm wearing the flowers today, and it's different than before. Oh, you're wearing one too.
Yes.
What does yours say? Okay.
So, I want to. As you can see, I'm quite jealous. Oh, it's not so. And then,
yes, people who are tuning in, yes, we are preparing food here, okay? We're just getting it tired. Okay, go. That's good. Flower child, muscle man.
Let's dream about it.
There you go.
Okay, so the next one we're going to start to prepare is the sea bass with quinoa and
quinoa and tomato and oregano.
Well, you remember everything. For us, is always in the kitchen. We just open the fridge and
Go for it.
So, I want to cook the quinoa. Quinoa, just put just simple boiling water. We're gonna do in the fastest way.
Did you want me to switch with you, Diego, or do you want to stay?
No,
Okay,
it's
I'll just stand right here.
You
Okay.
need to help me. Then you're gonna check if it's okay. We just put the quinoa inside. Yeah. Right?
Okay, now for people who don't know what quinoa is,
Quinoa is come from Peru, which is on the 3,000 meter, and is a very is full of protein.
okay,
And basically in Peru they eating mainly is the main food they have in Peru at 3,000 meter altitude. So it's basically is a cereal
so why
growing in high altitude
quinoa versus like rice or something like that?
because it's more
Yes, I get it. Okay,
it's more quinoa.
quinoa. Okay, I like that.
So you need to check
Quinoa.
all the time. Don't let me down the same as last time.
I won't. Okay, I have to check this now. This is my responsibility.
Sometimes you turn. It's very big task. But
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I got to do this again. Okay, so what do I do? Do I just stir
just
it?
look at it.
Just look at it. Then why did you give me the fork? I'm supposed to do something with a fork, right? So stir from time to time.
Yes. You want a knife? It's okay.
No, I'll take the fork.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the next one, we just went to the market today. The biggest problem, the sea bass. So basically, or you buy already in filet, so it's already has been done, or you,
I bought us towels today.
Wow,
You
power,
chin-
actually.
chin- Do you need it on your nose? Yeah. Okay. There you go. Because you're making fish, I don't want you to drip.
it's a saltish.
There you go.
The
I
chef touch.
got to do myself.
So basically,
you carry on. I'll just
so
wipe.
basically
Okay?
we take a sea bass. So
Okay.
the sea bass, I want to show you how to clean in a fastest way because if
This
you
is
buy,
fascinating. So
So
you're going to
you see-
show because
Yes.
this people need to know.
yes, it's a little bit complicated. So I don't want to make a mess.
Okay.
So generally, or you have a bag at home, a simple bag. Actually, we're gonna use a bag, very simply as it is. And in the bag, we're just gonna clean it up because this is the scale. They're gonna drop a bit. And then you take a simple knife, use the back part, which doesn't cut. This is the most important. And slowly you start to go the way around. So you just do like that. You see. Slowly moving. More you go stronger, more you jump here and there.
Ah,
So you
okay.
just go do like that. You see? Now, to avoid this,
Yes.
you need to do like that.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Sorry.
No problem. And then you
folks,
do,
I'm going to cover this up a little bit while Diego's scaling this, but this is how you do it. This is wonderful. And this is great, Diego, because I'm helping you do this. So when people scale, they can get their loved ones to help them, and so it becomes a partner thing, right?
yes, of course I use not my hand, but if you have a glove at home, then you can use a glove. It's fantastic. And then you simply clean it. Then you turn the other way around, and you do exactly the same. But the most important is to go slowest as possible because they're jumping everywhere. The scale, you see.
And when they're using sea bass like this, the whole,
Yeah.
do we use the fresh or do we take the
Fresh,
frozen
fresh.
one?
It must be- it
always
must be fresh.
Okay.
It must be fresh. You're taking the fillet and that's all about it.
And how do we shop for whole sea bass? How do we know when it's the one for us?
Okay, first of all, when you touch the meat,
Yeah.
it's very firm.
Okay.
And not necessarily need to be people that are really fresh, just fish. Actually, it's the same as the beef or any kind of meat. The day after is very good. Still very good because they have a maturation on the meat itself.
Yes.
It's a little bit complicated. I don't know how to explain, but it's still fresh.
You're
Then,
explaining well. That's fine.
yeah, really? Okay, wow, first time.
perfect.
First time. Then
I
you go
understand.
in this preparation. You go everywhere. See, like that. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Voila. Basically, all has been cleaned. You go perfectly around this side. And voila. Okay.
So we keep the fins on for right now, right? We're
Right now, yes.
just scaling, right?
Just scaling. I want to just show you the scaling, and then basically, you don't have very much anywhere.
Okay.
Then, we took. You need to wash. Of course, because you need to take out all.
Do I take this away, or keep it here?
Yeah, keep it.
Okay.
We are not finished yet. Now
Okay.
coming the difficult part.
All right.
So basically, you take out all the scale very nicely. If you want to see the fish as well, you see inside. It must be must be very red.
The gills must be
Yes,
very red.
yes.
Okay.
And then firm, and then standing. You see, this one look like a little bit like me. I took in the market. Look like a little by me.
Okay,
But generally they stay. But this is very good actually. Anyway,
That's okay,
when you start to
parents.
go really
Yeah.
down like that, then please not.
Yeah, that's okay, parents, because on the replay I'll edit out the maturity only part, which is anyway. Never mind. Carry on.
Now, again we go. This is normally you can do whatever you like, but I want to do a very cute preparation which you can do at home. Normally we open from this side to clean the interior. So I want to do from the other side a different way,
Why?
because you will see the final.
Okay.
So you just cut like that. You just follow. Please don't cut like that. Always be sure like that. And basically you following the meat. See this way.
So they're going on the outside of the bones?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Isn't that fascinating, folks, how he does
Slowly,
this? It's
slowly.
incredible.
So basically, you don't have any. Don't cut the below part.
Okay.
This is the most important. Yeah.
You know what's great about this, Diego, is you're showing people how to do this, because many times we shy away from getting whole fish because we think it's going to be so troublesome and so
It is
difficult.
a little bit. We need to at least you need to practice a little bit, but it's not really much. It's my first time I do so.
But what is the difference between having it already cut up in the shop versus cutting it ourselves?
But first of all, it's the presentation we're gonna have, which is different. Then
okay.
when you when your friends coming at home and they see the whole fish, wow, this
Right.
And this way, generally, the people they don't do this way.
And you're using sea bass versus like
Sea bass.
cod or what? Why sea bass?
sea bream, because it's a very firm meat, and everybody like if you invite customer. So you see, basically, what we done.
Oh wow.
Cut like that. So you have a two different way, or you cut like that, or we take a very simple housewife.
Housewife. I used those when I was a kid.
Yeah,
so those
that's
are
right.
scissors.
So
Those are my art scissors. I've been looking for those for over 2 years now.
Maybe it's
You
yours.
had 'em.
Maybe it's yours.
It's
I
probably
stole
mine.
from somewhere.
Yeah, it was
So
mine.
basically, you divide. You see,
I
you
don't know
take
how
out
they got
all.
to Italy, but whatever.
Yeah, in Singapore.
Okay, well, yeah, now they are.
So,
okay.
so basically, we take out the both sides. It's a little bit technical, but it's fine. All the fish they're the same. See, and then we take out the interior part from the top. You see?
So this is where all the bones and the innards are.
Yeah, that's right.
Fascinating.
And then
how
you
you
see,
just cut
basically,
that out
we
like that.
take out all. You see? If you want to be in trouble, you see, you still cut nothing, and this
Wow.
and this simply purely clean. You see?
So that's why you went from the top as opposed to coming from the
Yes.
bottom. Now I
Then
understand.
this part
Okay.
we don't really need, so you can cut off. You see? Still, you don't need a very big. What do you call
And
it?
folks, yeah, the cutters. And folks, as you can see, what Diego is doing every time we prepare meals is he's preparing things that we can prepare at home.
Yes,
These are not.
It must be.
Yeah, these are not things that you have to go out and have special
No.
tools to do, or you have to go someplace.
Now I can draw.
There you go. Okay, got it.
So at this stage, we're gonna do our last wash. We take out everything. You see, it's purely clean, nothing inside. The
Beautiful.
meat is fantastic, very firm, beautiful. Voila, that's all about. This is what we want.
Great.
And then is our result. 1 second, I take out the water.
Can I help you with something?
No.
Okay.
Hopefully with no rain.
Hopefully.
Hopefully no rain.
Hopefully. Yeah, it's cloudy over here, folks, so hopefully it's not going to rain. But if it does, we're going to carry on and get electrocuted in the process.
We don't care. We don't have any problem about any hairstyle. to
Yeah, exactly.
maintain, so.
Yeah. You know, and most people who are afraid of getting electrocuted, they're not afraid of the sensation. They're afraid of what they'll look like because their hair sticks straight up and down. That's the reason why Diego don't have this issue. Because when we get electrocuted, our hair cannot stand up except for places that we're not going to be talking about right now, and so we're good to go. Now, for those of you who are tuning in right now, this is not the Science Channel. This is Dining with Diego, and I just went off on a tangent right there. So let's get back to cooking. Sorry, Diego.
Okay, I want to
All right.
see where are you? What is
Okay.
the situation? Okay, so basically, done. It's not cooked yet.
It's not cooked yet.
No, few more minutes.
Was that my fault?
Let's put this way, yes.
Yeah,
Better.
okay.
Better
Got
is your
it.
fault than my fault.
Okay. So what can I do to make sure I don't look
Nothing.
stupid again?
You
Nothing?
just let it cook.
Do I
It take just 5 to 10 minutes to cook.
Do I keep stirring? Because people are going to want to know that. Or
Not really, but sometimes you need to stir in case.
Sometimes.
Yeah, once a while.
because my arm's getting tired. So
Wow,
sometimes
so much marathon already tired. Unbelievable.
Okay, sometimes.
never
Got it.
mind.
Okay.
So meanwhile, we start to prepare the center part. What we're gonna do? I put cherry tomato. This is what I found in the market. They're very small, but in case they're very big, I want to show you. You cut no half. You just open up a bit. So what they
okay.
want when they cooking, the juice go inside together with the fish and the quinoa all together.
And I noticed, Diego, that they have a lot of different types of these small tomatoes. They have
Yes.
some that are cherry tomatoes. Then there's something else that they call them, like honey cherry. What's the difference, if there's any difference
It's
at all?
it's a different kind. And when they said honey, because it's just a little bit sweeter, but
Okay.
at the end of the day,
Doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Okay.
It really doesn't matter. But on the biggest tomato, it matters. If you give a Roma style example for salads, it's definitely used only for salad, not for really for cooking.
Roma.
Roma. It's Italian tomato.
So Roma tomatoes are better for salads.
For salad
not
instead
good
of
for-
cooking, yes, absolutely.
Okay. And the best tomatoes for cooking, what would they be? Things like this?
As long as they're sweet, nice, firm, and then not really a different, because when you cook we want the juice, the tomato is sweet, a little bit sour at the same time. Okay, just prepare a little bit like that, and as I put in the recipe, I put with oregano. So I put the dry oregano. Oregano is a very simple, we can find dry, but you want to put fresh, or you want to put thyme, you just put, okay, but oregano, when you cook, it's very concentrated, so it gives a very, very interesting flavor.
Okay. Now, when they're using oregano, should they get it in the bulk, or can they? You know how you have those little shakers that with oregano inside, and you can shake it out.
Same
thing.
Same is okay. It's, as long as it's good, and, it's not too old. Because when the spices, when become older, they're losing the flavor, the fragrance. As usual, as you know, I use garlic everywhere.
Yes.
So
I understand your concern about vampires, so I'm okay now. I understand. But I'm sure
so
that
how I
the
look
viewers-
about with my muscle.
I think it looks very good.
Promising for the future.
Yeah, you want honesty, or you want me to lie to you?
Both. Let's see.
Okay.
How.
The honest thing is, oh my gosh, Diego, you are just like ripping it. I can't believe it. You got all those muscles from the knife. Now the
real one.
Yeah, the real one is just stick with cutting your knife, and no, the apron doesn't do anything for you.
Can I make a comment on you?
Yes, please.
So you want the real or the fake?
I want both. Same thing as you. What's the real first?
The real.
No, the fake.
The fake.
Yes.
Oh, you're fantastic. Look, fantastic on you.
Okay, good.
You want the real one?
Yes, the real.
Fantastic. Looks very good on you.
Thank you for that.
Let's share.
Oh my God.
If the tomato they're a little bit hard, the same as today, because they are ripe, but just press just a little bit, because the most important still is the juice. You just press a bit.
Okay.
Do like that, very simply.
And so this is just for the juice, right?
Juice and cookie, we cook
Okay.
it together. So yeah, all together. Then at this point,
Okay.
the quinoa is ready.
Is it?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay, great.
Definitely ready.
Perfect.
So we do a shortcut. Now you want to cook. So basically, you take out the quinoa like that. Then when you make the quinoa cold, you can do a salad. Actually, a simple quinoa salad with avocado, rucola. You can put anything inside you like. Quinoa is very, very nice, very filling. You don't need to eat a lot. It's very filling and very energetic. Actually, it's very good for lunchtime.
Yes. So with quinoa, can we make this the day before also, or is it better
Also.
to make it fresh?
Also,
Doesn't
the
matter.
day before, you keep in the fridge, and that's all. Very
Okay.
simple. Then we just mixing. I think should be more than enough. Okay, we don't be too much. Today we are in diet. Hopla. And then
Beautiful.
we just mixing all together. So yes, here we are. So just mix all together like that. Okay, now we're preparing.
The stove is beeping. Is that because it's lonely? It wants something on top of it?
Because
Oh,
it's
okay.
alert for you.
Okay, got it.
Now,
All right, sorry.
I'm a little bit concerned about the rain. Never mind.
We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good.
Yeah, we are fantastic. Okay,
All right.
let's do. Let's prepare.
Do I still need to hang on to the fork? Are we gonna do the fork?
It's up to you.
I have to
no,
be-
no,
I
I'm a
want to be
little
prepared. I
very
want to be
dangerous.
prepared because I look stupid next to you, so I'm ready.
Oh, you look ready to cook.
Okay, great, great.
So but then I put my usual garlic. Put a little bit of onion. I always like onion.
Now, what type of onion are you using
Today
here?
I use the red one,
Okay.
the red onion.
Why is that? Why this one? What's the difference?
Not particular, but the red onion, they are less. When they are raw, they are less spicy.
Ah.
Let's put less onion style. So
So
I didn't own anything. I just keep
okay.
it. All is doesn't run.
Okay.
Then I put my sea bass in.
Oh my goodness.
Try to keep standing.
Wow.
Yes. Then what we're gonna do? Very simply.
Wow. This
gonna-
is remarkable.
We're gonna fill up the sea bass because what we want is all cooking together. This is the beauty.
And this is going to cook in the skillet?
Yes.
Wow.
So
Look at this,
I
folks.
didn't put any salt as usual because I'm very. It's don't need to be so.
And for everyone who's watching right now, Diego is making the second dish, which is whole sea bass with quinoa, tomato, and oregano. Isn't this fabulous?
Yes, here we are. So basically,
And now I can see why you mentioned you also wanted to cut from the top because of the presentation.
Yes.
So you're keeping the art along with making a delicious meal. Fabulous.
voila.
My goodness.
Then let's put a little bit of. You any herbs you want to? You just thyme or anything. I put a little bit of pepper because this is the moment we cook infusion. Then oil, but only inside.
Inside.
Is the oil, as I said last time, is mixing all the flavor together.
Got it.
And you see how it is, very nice.
Okay.
And then what we're gonna do? We
Now-
just
Now you definitely don't want me to be in charge of this, okay? Right?
not
Is that
really,
it?
not really need.
So I just
not
watch
really.
it.
Just watch like that.
Just watch it.
Should be more than enough.
Okay.
And we just make
Because
like
I don't
that
want to.
very
I don't
quick.
want to screw it up.
So basically, from now on, it start to cook together. So if you don't have it because it's big, you don't have the cover. Example, I don't know. Talk about housewife. You don't have a cover because you cannot have all the cover. So basically, it's the same style. We want to all the flavors stay all in. What to do?
You know what?
Sorry,
it's terrible that we have to do this, right? Using alcohol. It's awful. Folks, it's awful.
But it's gonna evaporate.
Can't help it.
It's gonna evaporate. So what we're gonna do?
Yes.
We're gonna take 10 to 15 minutes. So what we're gonna do? We just simply cover upside down, and we don't touch anymore.
Fascinating.
Voila.
So, folks, we don't need to get like a Dutch oven. You don't need to get one of those fancy things offline and whatnot. You can just take 2 pans and do it like
Yeah,
this.
exactly. So at the end of the day, it's not really. At least, of course, it's complicated, but not really.
And
No.
it's not necessary to get all this expensive, equipment and all that type of a thing,
No,
right? Just
yeah.
your basic stuff, right?
Just basic is enough, actually. Now, the time everything cooking, we go into the dessert. Now,
Excellent.
dessert. So when I went to the market, because it's supposed to be all mixed fruit, as we
Right.
discussed with Bill, but then I went to the market, I see the persimmon. So they have 2 different kind of persimmon. One is always very, very soft,
Okay.
and one is always very hard.
But are they both the same colors?
Same
or-
color is a persimmon family, but this they call the persimmon, apple persimmon.
So how do we know when we go shopping? We just need to
it's-
check if
you
it's...
the other one, they are very, very, very soft.
So do we want those or do we want the ones that are firm?
If you use the one, you don't take out the skin because it will be smashed, but they become a sort of cream or puree or
Got it.
so. You don't really cook, but you can do a salad, dessert salad.
Okay.
This one I want to cook a little bit.
Okay. So you need it to be the hard ones, right?
Yes,
Okay.
hard. So basically, we simply cook. We take out the skin. So you want to skin the peeler. It doesn't really work on this. The potato peeler. Some people they're using the potato peeler.
But just using a knife is fine, right?
Knife is fine. So why the generally when they're harder, they're a little bit, the ripeness is never enough, first
Okay.
of all. And I want to make it cook.
Okay.
So when you cook it the day, you can still do the day before. You can eat cold when they're cold the day after, or you want to just regenerate it on the heat, or even a simple microwave. But the beauty of this, if you, example, hot, you can put a glass ice cream on top, if you like, you know. So it's become, you cook it. So if we are on the going closing to the Christmas mood.
Yes.
So I said then a little bit of, I put cinnamon.
Beautiful. And rosemary, right?
And rosemary. So rosemary is quite unusual for dessert, but usually cinnamon and rosemary is fantastic.
Cinnamon and rosemary. So you mentioned just now, Diego, that you got these persimmons because you found them outside and they were quite good. So is there a season for this as well, or are they available all the time?
Okay, now the season doesn't really work anymore anywhere. So, but actually, in Europe, thank you very much.
Go ahead.
In Europe, we are in season now. So we are in autumn. So it's very typical autumn fruits, Easter fruits. So if you want to cook the fastest way, you cut smaller. You want to cook in slow times, you cut smaller. So I think it's okay. Actually, you know what? I never cook this way. You see?
You never cook that way?
No, I never cut this way, see?
So which is the preferable way to cut, like what you just did, is that right? Like
yes,
this.
but
Okay.
I discovered with you, why not?
Okay.
Actually, I discovered with you, why not? It's not too bad, huh?
So what you're suggesting is I'm a bad influence on your cooking, is
No,
that what you're
it's
saying?
not that. It's, we never stop to restart. Let's
Never.
do this way.
Okay.
Never stop. We always discovering something.
So, but let's just get this straight because our relationship is important. So basically, you're still blaming me, right? I don't mind. I'll take the blame. I just need to know the truth.
Okay, I said the truth. The truth, I'm very jealous. I'm jealous because this gentleman, he come here, we talk about food, and I asked him one time where he bought his mussel. He doesn't want to tell me where he bought the mussel. I want to buy the same mussel.
Well, I would tell you, but they're not in season now, so you can't get any.
No season.
Not in season. Okay, so what are you doing right now? You're
I think the people looking at us, this April, say, what's going on with these two?
Exactly. Let them wonder because the expertise here is your dining and your cuisine. So Diego, you turned on the fire for this one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We go very on the slow time.
Okay.
This one is a trial for me too, so I want to see how it's gonna look like.
It looks beautiful the way it's
Actually, yes, that's why I'm a little bit. I discovered it so too.
beautiful.
And then cinnamon. Generally, using the cinnamon, we using the how we call the powder. But we always mix up. We always put too much. So I said, let's put the whole piece of cinnamon, which we're gonna give it the flavor anyway,
Okay.
no matter how. Okay.
So
basically-
because I noticed that these are quite large. Where can people get this in Singapore? Can they
Oh,
buy
you
these
can find everywhere.
everywhere? Okay.
Everywhere,
Right.
every spice. So I didn't put any sweets because in theory there are sweets already. But then later we're gonna try. Worst of worst, we're gonna add the honey inside.
Okay.
And then, as usual, since we have nothing to do, you imagine you are in the cooking at home, and then you have a glass of champagne. And then we just cover.
Cover it.
Oh, you see, you don't follow the recipe.
I'm sorry. I didn't remind you. I'm sorry. It's my responsibility.
Okay. So the rosemary is
rosemary.
one of the hard herbs, which are very thick and strong. So same as the thyme, sage, rosemary. So this one you can put inside, is still cooking and give a flavor. The other one, same as this one, all this, or the dill. So this one you put only at last minute, just last minute. And then they give a flavor. If you cook, they're gonna lose the flavor. At least the flavor will be part of the sauce.
Interesting.
But
So that's why you have the more robust.
Yes.
Now you mentioned earlier, Diego, that typically you don't see rosemary in a dessert dish. Why is that?
because it's a very typical from gamey, for meat, fish, but never for dessert. And rosemary and cinnamon, from my taste, is fantastic actually.
Okay.
Then
Great.
we do the same way. We just leave it like that.
Great.
So you want to go faster, you're gonna burn and caramelize a little bit. You want to go slow, you're gonna take more time. But of course, what we want is the flavor stay all inside.
Okay.
Now, what we can see, I want to be sure the fish. Now the fish start to become very, very hot and cooking at the same time.
You go ahead and open that, and I'll go ahead and give you a swaddle.
Voilà.
Sorry.
You see what's happening?
Oh,
The
wow.
fish cooking. And we have the juice, you see, the beauty, we have the juice all around.